Hey everybody, this is Heidi from the blog Hands Occupied with another knitting video tutorial for you. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to work the Indian cross stitch. And this isn't the sort of cross stitch you think of when you think of like embroidery style cross stitch. This is actual knitting stitches crossed over each other in this reversible pattern that adds a lot of visual interest to your knitting, and you don't see it every day, which is why I decided to do a tutorial on it. So here we go. On my needle here, I have 12 stitches cast on, and I'm going to demonstrate how to work the Indian cross stitch over 8 of those stitches. So it'll look like these 2 previous crosses I have in my work right here. So on those 12 stitches, I've knit across both the right side and the wrong side, even though there's not technically a wrong side. I've knit across 4 rows, just knit stitch straight across. Now I'm going to start my next row. I'm just going to work the first 2 stitches so I can get to the center group of 8 to show you what's up. Alright, now for the next 8 stitches, we're going to work it just like a knit stitch, but instead of wrapping just once around our working needle, we're going to wrap 4 times. So there's 1 wrap, 2, 3, 4. And we'll pull back through that loop we're working in all 4 of those wraps and sweep that stitch off the end. Then we'll do that 7 more times for 8 total stitches wrapped 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we've turned our work and we are ready to deal with all these extra loops that we have on our needles. So the first things first, we need to work until we get to the 8, in this case, stitches that our Indian cross stitch is being worked over. Again, you can work this over a different number of stitch counts, but for demonstration's sake, we've got 8 here. So what we're gonna do is slip those 8 stitches that have the 4 extra wraps from the left needle to the right needle, dropping the extra loops off. So there's slipping 1, and all those loops dropping off make the stitch get really long. So let's look at that again. Slipping it off carefully and the loop gets really long, like so. The thing to remember when you're slipping these loops off is not to twist them. Make sure to always slip them as if to purl. Just like in all knitting, we slip as if to purl unless otherwise indicated. And make sure that they stay in order and don't get twisted out of order among each of the loops. All right, there is the last one. Now you can see these beautiful long loops on my needle right here. So now what we're gonna do is to form the cross. So what we do is take the left-hand needle in front of our work and capture the 4 loops closest to our right hand, being careful not to get extra stitches that we don't want. And now being very careful, again, not to twist our stitches out of order, we're going to slip or cross the 4 stitches closest to our right hand over the other 4, forming that X. Now, again, being careful to keep those loops in order, I'm going to use my thumb to keep those loops in order and to keep this set of 4 loops separate from that set of 4 loops. So I'm doing the thumb trick and slipping those 4 loops onto the left-hand needle. Now we just knit across them like they're any other stitch to be knit. And I know I sound a little bit like a broken record, but I can't emphasize enough how important it is not to twist these stitches out of order or twist them backwards. It really affects the look of the finished piece if they're twisted wrong. And they look so elegant and lovely when they're twisted the right way they should, and your finished piece will lay flat if they're all twisted correctly. Like so. And now we'll just knit to finish the row. And from then, it's smooth sailing. So all we do for the rest of our work, and I'll show you the swatch here to show you what it looks like, you'll just knit both sides of your work like this in between each set of cross stitches so that you have this nice, unique, reversible fabric. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave a comment, like this video if you like what you saw, and subscribe for even more knitting video tutorials. Thanks so much for watching.